We got a nasty sell-off on the S&P 500 today. The entire market is down 1.5%, trading at 592.20. Now we are on the weekly time frame, and the first thing I want to point out to you is this candle on the SPY. What is going on, guys? Lottery Sucks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe for the new year and turn post notifications on so you can join us on this journey to financial freedom. Without further ado, let's get into it. The SPY on the weekly time frame is the first thing that I want to point out to you guys, and it is this specific candle. You can see that we are forming a very small body on the bottom of this candle with a long wick ahead of itself. This is what's called, or could be interpreted as, a spinning top, which is normally a bearish indicator. This shows that price got rejected at highs of around 602.50, which we called out in Discord. If the SPY gets rejected at 602 or 602.50, be wary, and if it goes above that, you could take calls to 606. Well, we got that rejection, and that just further points to more downside potentially on the S&P 500. I will explain to you what to watch out for, but take a look at Gamestop's chart. Okay, look at Gamestop's weekly candle compared to the S&P 500's weekly candle. We saw a beautiful weekly candle with a full body above basically $30, coming very close to that, above $29.50, which is a crucial level. And the SPY has a much weaker candle. Just to sprinkle a little tinfoil hat on you before I show you what to watch out for, last night we got this from Treehouse Brewing Co., which is Roaring Kitty's favorite brewing company, and it looks like to be a champagne bottle, and it says tomorrow, right? Roaring Kitty's tweet with the champagne from New Year's, the cheers. Treehouse Brewing Co. says tomorrow. What do you know? The next day we get a mass sell-off on the SPY. Now here's what to watch out for in my personal opinion. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If we see another candle next week build inside of this entire candle, you could continue the uptrend, okay? And I will say that right now. If you see the next candle for next week build inside of this candle, you could continue the uptrend, okay? Keep that in mind. If next week begins and the candle is built or drops below 587.50, that is bearish. If we come above 602.50 or 606, again, still very bullish on the SPY, but I think we would need some sort of catalyst. Now, $180,000 on GameStop $30 calls came in right out of the gate. And looking at GameStop's net call premium, we saw 4.09 million in net call premium on Thursday, following a high of $34.37, total premium being at $68 million. Bringing us into GameStop's chart, look how beautiful this chart is on the weekly time frame. Look back here, okay? This is something that I'm watching back here on GameStop. Overall, we came down, we bounced off of the 200 EMA on the weekly and are getting a beautiful scale higher. Bringing you to the 4-hour time frame, this is back in April of 2020 when we bottomed out right here, and then we got this pattern, which ultimately is the pattern that we have been tracking. It's in here. I'm sorry, I have a ton of drawings, right? Zooming out a little bit, you can see this pattern. Okay, this is it back here, April of 2020. You bottom out, then you get this rally, this climb, and then ultimately squeeze. This is your bottom, April of 2024. Again, the requel 4 years later, the bottom, this rally, and then you're here, which is somewhere in this pattern, and that is why that pattern plays out perfectly. And just to show you further, in case you are missing what I'm trying to show you, bottom back here to the first leg up to the squeeze, 288 days, bottom 288 days, 88 days in, brings us to the end of January, and that is just when we get that actual monstrous move. We still are going to build up. Until then, you take the bars pattern to show you what I'm looking for. Let me grab the whole thing here. Take the bars pattern to show you what I'm looking for. The bottom to the rally, you drag that over, lead it on the bottom. This is what you're looking at, okay? You're getting this climb. You got this gap up, this scale down. This is where we bounced off the 200 EMA on the weekly. Now you're getting this climb. Then you go into a squeeze. I am not getting scared out of my GameStop position. We're down 3%. It's a fake out. It's a gap fill for one. And for two, it's on low volume. I am extremely bullish. Now, 44 orders of 5,000 in the dark pool came in today as well for GameStop, making that 91 total dark pool orders today, and I'm sure it's going up now. Is Roaring Kitty going to potentially post a YOLO tweet? We are just watching and waiting for that. AMC, I want to talk about it. AMC has a couple of levels that I'm watching because we're back down to $4, which was a little bit odd, but then you take a look at everything again, and here's what you see. You see a 400-day period from this crash back here to where you're trading at right now. And the only reason it's where we would be trading at right now, right? Only reason it's 412 days is because I tracked right here, okay, from the sell-off, which I believe to be a similar spot, right? Or the top of the sell-off, right? Which would be 497 days. Ultimately, what I'm looking at is AMC to be right here, which is very close to the June run-up. For some reason, lagging a little bit later than GameStop. This looked to be what you saw back in January, and I could be off on this, right? Which means we would have that June run-up, which would essentially look something like this unless we broke algorithms, okay? You're trading in the bottom of this channel right now on AMC, meaning the lowest it could go if we sold off more here, which I would not want to do, is about $1.91, which was historical, which is very odd. Before the split was 191. Ultimately, I don't see that happening. I see us hanging out right in this range between 381 and $4.15 before absolutely squeezing late January, early February, coming up to around $22. And that would also bring you into this parallel channel where AMC gaps through it, right? Consolidated broke higher and gaps into it, right? Consolidated broke lower. This is essentially what AMC would look like if we, came up here and things were looking great and we started to squeeze higher. That would be amazing. Now, Korea enforces a 5-year transaction ban for illegal short selling violations. I just wanted to throw this in the video because maybe the US will take some hints. And Fidelity has just bought another 2,660 Bitcoin worth over $205,000. Why did they do this? Because bring you into the Bitcoin's chart. Yes, Bitcoin, obviously. There's no going against Bitcoin. And it being a bad asset to hold. However, looking at the monthly, it's time to look at it. You saw another one of these candles, right? We just talked about it on the SPY, a very, very similar candle, which we saw a similar one back here on Bitcoin when we topped out, but we never have actually seen anything look this bearish on Bitcoin. Also low volume on the monthly time frame. We really need to see how the next month begins. If we see a SPY crash, then I just expect Bitcoin to potentially crash with it. Ultimately, what's the line in the sand? A line in the sand for Bitcoin is 72K. If we don't hold 72K, everyone's going to jump out. If we don't hold 84K, you may even see institutions jump out, take some profits, retail get spooked out, all that other stuff, and that will cause a flash to 72, 73K, which maybe a lot of people will buy up there, and that will be the potential bottom. Now, Terra Luna founder Do Kwon to be extradited to the United States, and this will also have a major effect on crypto. Now, you are seeing Bitcoin die down and have a very bearish candle, but XRP is holding an important level that I talked about at $2.16, and I am going to show you that XRP is actually looking pretty good. XRP got a dangerous candle up here as well. However, we did see a good amount of volume on XRP, and this could just be the beginning of a move like you saw back here in August of 2020. Then September, October go by where you cool down a little bit. Then you get that massive leg higher. Okay, so we could see January, February cool down for crypto, and then March, everything comes back in. Now, with Bitcoin selling off, its dominance is dropping, and that's why you're seeing memes like Bonk up 8% on the day. Very, very good buying opportunity down here in my personal opinion. Price got rejected at this low. It came all the way down to the bottom of this Hulk candle, and people said, listen, if it gets down here, I have huge buy orders, right? So the price got rejected down here, came all the way back up. Now it's right here. And even still, I think this is a decent price to purchase some of these memes at. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Taking a look at a couple other plays, obviously Palantir is down 4%. Nvidia is down 2.5%. Tesla is also down a bit, which we called a major rejection out on Tesla to come lower. Overall, this video is probably going too long. I'm not going to touch on the last stock that I wanted to talk about, because I will leave that call out strictly for Discord, and I'm going to be talking about it in another video anyway. If you're not in the Discord yet, I post my trades as soon as I take them. We talk stocks and crypto in there all day long. Best vibes, most amazing people. We also have option sweep alerts, dark pool trade alerts, insider trade alerts, market news, and more. So come join the Discord, level yourself up for the new year. It is the top link in the description right here. Join Discord. You guys will not regret it. It's cheap. I'm not overcharging like other YouTubers charging $100 or $500. That is just psychotic. If they're not making you $1 million in a year, I don't know why they're selling their Discord that high. Also, the second link in the description is for Moomoo. You can get up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2 grand per stock. All you have to do is sign up using my link and then make a deposit into your account once you're approved. It should take 2 minutes. And then they are giving you those free stocks, as well as allowing you to earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, and get level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. So go do that. Both of these links are in the top of the description. That is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.